joined today with head coach Trey Siegler and assistant coach Tyler Wayman. We're here to talk about National Signing Day. Coach, I know the Division II game is really built on transfers. How important is it to get a guy like Devin to come into the program?
Wow, great question, man. A guy like Devin is special, and I'm not so good at history here at Eastern. We're still new to it and trying to create our own. I would like to say that Devin is the most decorated high school recruit maybe Eastern's ever had. A lot of what Devin brings to us as a new Greyhound moving forward next year is he gives you that 4-year cornerstone that can link these classes of transfers. You got guys that come in 2 years, 1 year, and obviously they need stability. They need guys that have been around, know the way, know the lay of the land, and know me and coach that have already gotten into their vibe with us and know how to react around us. But Devin Pullum, obviously I'm very blessed. He comes from my dad's program. Rusty Siegler, the head coach down there at Little Elm, and so it's a family thing and a lot of honor and respect going to that. And I feel very blessed to be able to bring him along and kind of keep him in our family, so to speak. And so, but that program down there made a lot of noise this season, and it was a lot to do because of Devin. Some of their talented players in their team for sure, but Devin was the 4-year senior captain and leader, and so I think what you'll find is that Devin will be plugged in right away to what we're doing, and we don't expect him to have by the time you're a junior, senior kind of story here. We expect him to come in right away. Lately in the league, I think of the David Shavlovics, who came in out of high school and made a really big splash. You got JV Long at Cameron, who's done a wonderful job as a 4-year member of that program. And then even his brother, Devin Pullum, over at Midwestern, has done a great job of that. And so while the league is built on transfers, I'm very proud to have a 4-year presence with a guy like Devin. Again, unbelievable character, unbelievable student. He's going to be a guy that really fires on all cylinders when it comes to our lifestyle and our way of competing here. So, you talk about offensively gifted. The kid can flat out score it. And so hopefully he falls into that line in the David Shadlovic, era where these young guys out of that Dallas, Metroplex can come into the Lone Star and really make their mark.
Tyler, what kind of game can we see from Devin?
Well, right off the bat, all these Division I's in Texas missed out. They really let one slip away.
For sure.
Devin being one of the best players out of the Metroplex, which in Texas means you're one of the best players in Texas. You can see a guy that's not afraid of the moment right away.
Amen.
Being Devontae's younger brother, we won't be saying that much longer with him. It'll be Devin, and he's been around the Lone Star his whole life, and so I think that benefits him tremendously because he's able to know what it is right away, and he's able to know how physical it is. Devin being a guy that can shoot it so well right off the bat will get him on the floor, and then he'll be able to showcase the other stuff he does well. And we're looking forward to it. Like Coach said, you've seen these freshmen step in right away to the league and have success, and we expect Devin to be the same way. Like I said, he's tough, he's grimy, he's exactly what we need. And from a 4-year player, you don't get that very often right off the bat. Like Coach said, usually it takes 2 or 3 years to groom him, and it's not that way with Devin. Devin benefits from these older guys like the Joe Clarks, LaMarcus Thompsons, even Maurice Coleman, who we just signed as well coming in. He benefits from being able to kind of go under their wing to start until he gets on his 2 feet, which we don't expect to be very long. And so you can see Devin kind of fit right into our exciting style of play right away.
I think one thing to add to that even is kind of the family component there. His family very plugged in with the AAU basketball circuit. They've done a great service for a lot of other kids, younger and older than Devin, as far as being a part of their story, moving them on to college basketball. And so the family in general is very vetted and experienced in this game. And so, again, being able to have a family like his kind of now at our back, pushing us forward into the future, you really are, again, blessed just to have that support. And so, Devin, what we look for him to do next year is jump in and make a splash. If there's going to be no time where we ask him to get used to it and figure it out, we're going to push him hard right away. And I think that the cool thing about our family that we have up here now is these talented guards that are coming back, these talented guys that are coming back, they're going to support him in every way. You mentioned Joe Clark and LaMarcus, those guys, they're they're going to have at him pretty quickly, and he's going to sink or swim, and we all know he's going to swim in a great way with those guys. So, and again, it just shows how awesome the Lone Star is, and with all respect to our league, I think that's what makes our league so exciting, is you don't really get those audition seasons. You got to come in right now, and you got to prove yourself, and you got to produce. And so we're just blessed that we got 4 years of that production waiting ahead of us. So a huge gift for the Greyhound family to have an all-state guard come join us strictly out of high school is a blessing, and it's something that hopefully we can do more of once Devin proves just how valuable and how great a man he's going to be for us.
Great. Thanks, Coach.